Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome back to Toy Story 2. We are currently... Go away! We are currently back in El's toy store, which is conveniently enough called El's Toy Barn. And we are back here because last time, in Airport Infiltration, we finally found the final power-up in the game, the hover boots. And that is indeed required in order to find the fifth and final chick, required for the final Pizza Planet token that we were still missing. So there's a bit of backtracking in the beginning of this episode, only because of the required power-up being obtained so late in the game. Let's get started. It is in this room, of course, that we needed the hover boots. Rex also points out towards it. And now it's time to finally start climbing all of these boxes. Get up here first. And then make your way over here. At the corner, and then make your way... Oh, oopsie. Was not supposed to do it like that. Don't have enough time for that. Now, let's do this correctly. Float over here. And then wait for it to run out on this box. And then regularly jump your way here. That is much better. Wait for the boxes to go down and then jump. Wait some more. Yeah, these things don't move too fast, but eventually they will come down to your level. The final couple of jumps. Just follow the path of coins. Can't really miss where you need to go. And up here, we finally find the missing chick that's been eluding us for so long. Now it's a simple matter of returning to the mother hen. It's actually at the skateboard section. This corridor over here. Yeah. Now, I could make this complicated, but I could also make this easy. Just jump here. Way easier. Thanks for finding my chicks, Buzz. Here is a Pizza Planet token. Most annoying Pizza Planet token in the game. Because of having to wait so long in order to get it. But even that one is accounted for. So, it is time to go.
To infinity and beyond!
Well put, Buzz. Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's go to infinity and even beyond. There we go. Took us quite a while to finish off this stage, but it is finally done. For the first time ever since Ellie's and Gully's, we are finally back on schedule fully. Every single Pizza Planet token before the stage that we are currently at has been obtained. Everything complete. That is how progress looks. However, there's still one more stage where we don't have all of the Pizza Planet tokens. The stage where we are currently at. Tarmac trouble. After infiltrating the airport, it is time to go outside of the airport and do probably the most complicated stage in the game.
Jesse! Come on, Buzz! Ride like the wind, Bullseye! Hey, howdy, hey! Giddy up!
Well, nice of you to join us, Woody. In our search for Jesse, who's apparently the only one still heading for Japan. However, in the stage we're still only going to play as Buzz, so... Unfortunately, Woody's not here to help us here on the tarmac. Let's see if we can do this in an orderly fashion. This is the least linear stage in the entire game, and therefore pretty difficult to actually get an optimal route for this one. Usually you can actually use the sector numbers, which you see in the sides, in order to get some bearings on where you are. Currently in Sector 4, which is the beginning area. This is also where we can find the first collectible for this stage. Some lost luggage, by the looks of it. We'll be finding who we need to give it to later. And of course the other 4. The final collectible in the game. Let's head towards the middle first. There is going to be some turbo boots lying around here every once in a while, in order to make traversing the stage easier. It is by far the biggest stage in the game, so actually crossing this stage faster if you need to is a good thing. Plenty of loose coins lying around everywhere, and enemies running around in the middle. It's a very good way to actually get 50 coins quickly. The airplane that's actually riding around in the middle here, you don't really have to fear. You can get hit by it, of course, but you basically use it as a platforming gimmick more in the stage. Doesn't allow me to get run over by it quickly. Just in order to show off, you can indeed get hit by it, so do keep in mind where it's actually riding around. This poisonous area in the middle is already the first Pizza Planet token. This is going to be the race mission. Let's first get the coins that are actually loosely lying around here. Because the moment we're doing a race, we're not able to actually pick them up, probably. Ow! That should be all of them, so let's go talk to Slinky. Hi Buzz, if you can reach the end of this path without jumping or touching the green slime, I will give you a Pizza Planet token. Sounds like a very complicated race. We're not allowed to jump or touch the green slime. If we do, the race will end. You're only allowed to walk and without being hit. Keep on going full speed. Pretty sure the timer is not going to be a problem here. But still, I'd like to go full speed. That way I always feel I have better control over my character if I just keep on going. If I start playing more carefully, then usually I end up making more mistakes. I'm doing fine so far. And almost there. Yeah, more than 20 seconds remaining. Timer's indeed not the problem here if you just keep on going. That was the first Pizza Planet token. The easiest one to get because of it being in the middle. The other ones are going to be a bit more tricky. Most of the things you actually find on the ground in the sector areas is going to be nothing but coins and enemies. Like these guys, for instance. In order to get things done, in some of the sectors we need to go to the higher areas of those sectors. And that is where this plane comes in. So allow me to show you what you actually need to do with that plane. Go to the middle area again. Only this time not to talk to Slinky. But to actually climb this pole. Even though you can't climb the big pole, there is a small little pole next to it. And that one we can actually climb. And that we can actually use in order to get onto the plane. Sounds like a very bad idea to do in real life. Wait for the wing to actually be on your level. And then jump onto it. Do be careful because you're not standing still on the plane. You actually slide off it automatically. You do need to be careful on how to cross this thing. Oh, as you can see. There's also some luggage on it. So it's easily picked up. And next, there's going to be multiple points where we want to jump off. Yeah, Sector 6 is already passing by, so we're going to have to wait for that one. Look how I'm slowly sliding towards the edge.
Buzz Lightyear to start command.
Sector 8 is coming up next. That one's going to have some luggage, so let's jump off here. We can already obtain that. The plane's going to be gone now, so... Let's go back to that later and actually grab some things on the bottom floor. A lot of coins. Most of the coins you actually get this way. We're just traversing the ground floor. Is there more? Yeah, there probably is. There's way too many enemies and loose coins down here, so... Usually if you just make a full circle across this area, you can easily get up to 90 coins, I'm pretty sure. This is one of the few levels where collecting 50 coins is definitely not going to be a problem. It just takes a bit of exploring the ground floor, nothing more. Oh, there's also a power up here. Makes it a bit easier to actually plow our way through these western enemies. Already over 30 at least after this one. So I think it's enough coin collecting for now. Let's go continue our quest finding Pizza Planet tokens for now. Here in Sector 1 we can actually find a vehicle. That one we don't actually need a plane for in order to get up, so that we can do from down below. We do of course need to interact with this thing. Treecks. What is going to be your final advice in the game, sir? I think I saw Ham in Zone 5.
No time to lose.
No, Buzz, don't jump the gun. We don't have 50 coins yet. Now, let's go get into the cockpit of this thing, because there's another piece of luggage in here. Already have 4 of them. And I know where the final one is, so that's not going to be a problem. Next we want to go get this helicopter section. The top area of the first sector, or zone 1, like the game calls it. That we need to get on the zip line. And then start working on the helicopter puzzle. As you can see, a lot of buttons here. How does this work? Use the buttons to change the bottom row of lights to match the top row of lights. The puzzle will reset if you take more than 3 tries. If you complete the puzzle, the helicopter will move down, so you can reach the Pizza Planet token. Okay, this is a puzzle that's similar to the control room puzzle in Elevator Hub. The top row and the bottom row needs to be the same. So take a good look on which buttons actually switch on which lights and which one off. And then you will see you need to press the first and third button. That will actually shut them all off, except for the green lights, and therefore it counts as the bottom and the top row being the same. And the helicopter will come down, solving this puzzle. Of course there's going to be multiple solutions to this, but I think this is the fastest one, so that's the one I always use. Just press the first and third button. Also still plenty of coins up here. Way too many coins in this stage. Already have 40. 41. Oh, even 42. Come on. Way too many, game. But anyway, grab the Pizza Planet token. That's going to be number 2 for this stage. The boss, the collection, and the coins is the ones we still need. Next we need to go back on the plane again. The next sector I want to go to actually is too high to jump. Let's see if I can get through here without being hit. That would be nice. Yeah. I think that's the first time I actually go in here without being hit.
Hey, Buzz.
And it's time to go towards Sector 6, conveyor belt. We actually already saw there was some luggage on there. But last time we were here, that actually just passed by, so I was actually forced to skip that one for now. Oh, but it looks like now I am able to actually get on there. Sector 5 is just passing by, so just in time. I don't even have to wait. No, oh! Almost actually fell off there. But we were fine. There we go. There's also one up over here by the looks of it. Which I even missed. Well, no matter, I can't even carry it anyway, so. Still need 4 more coins. Ham is actually in sector 5. Or zone 5, like it's officially called. And we are almost at 50, so perfect bet to actually go there now. Since we are in zone 6, the adjacent one, so this is actually perfect. Now, let's go see where you are. There are some turbo boots here, in order to make this go by a lot quicker. Oh, I saw him. There you are. The final set of coins we're going to deliver to you, Ham.
Here you go, Buzzy boy.
Final Pizza Planet token from Ham. The end of an era. No more collecting coins. And also collecting loose things in the stage is actually done. We also already have the collectibles. The 5 pieces of luggage, that is also accounted for, but we have not seen the person we need to give it to yet. My notes say it's actually in zone 3. It's a pretty long walk, so let's go use our turbocharger. See, these things lying around here is indeed very handy. Oh, there's even another one over there. Yeah, there we need to go. This is the guy we need. And I'm still greedy, so let's grab this coin. Thanks for finding my luggage, boss. Here is a Pizza Planet token. Also, in that sense, the final one. So, with that we only have one more to do. We have the loose token in the stage, we have the collection one, the coin one, and the race. So there's still a boss fight we need to take care of, and that's going to be the final thing to do in this game. Let's make our way back to the plane one more time. Oh. Oh, awesome. Even with my turbo boots I was able to actually get past there without being hit. There's still hope for me when it comes to my 3D platforming skills. Alright, last trip onto the plane. We need to go to zone 7 next. Have to climb there, that's where the boss is going to be. Not too sure where I am right now. Oh, zone 7, come on! No. Unlike last time, this time I have a bad time by the looks of it. Need to wait. Which is not a bad thing, because it's actually a pretty fun wait. Moving around on the wing of this plane. Seeing this entire stage pass by while we stand here. Still pretty fun to do. 18 minutes in the video. Yeah, this is kind of a waste of time, I know. Zone 3. Ten seconds later, zone 4. Yeah, correction, this does not go by quickly. It goes by way too slow. And no. Yeah, like that. Jump! Pound! I'm having way too much fun here. It's time for zone 7 to come up, so we can actually get off here. Let's go! What is going to be the final regular boss in this game? Before it is time to face the final boss. What are we dealing with? Make sure our health is as full as possible. And let's go check out the 3rd Western themed boss in a row. Ha 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 ha! Defeat the blacksmith boss to get a Pizza Planet token. After a gunslinger and a prospector, now a blacksmith. Not counting the Zerg fight that was in between, this is indeed the 3rd Western themed boss in a row. There's not a coincidence. This is by far the most difficult one to actually do. Because similar to the Prospector, he actually also uses his weapon on the ground. And that will give some sort of laser attack, you might say. Some wave that actually follows us around. But that's indeed the problem with this guy. It follows us around, making it really difficult to avoid. Even just running away from it usually does not help. Even then you get hit. Pretty difficult to actually avoid. So take your time. The moment you get a hit in, you also immediately run away from him. To make sure your damage stays limited. And eventually he will fall. Revealing the final Pizza Planet token in the game. Finishing off Tarmac Trouble entirely in 20 minutes and 30 seconds. And of course even less than that officially, because I also did a different stage in this episode, of course. Not a bad score. It is time for us to move on to the final boss of this game, shall we? Unfortunately, Buzz does not crash into the ceiling in the final stage. One of the few stages where we actually do fly into the air. Tarmac Trouble. Still one of the most appreciated stages in the game by me. That much I do have to admit. But it was going to be the final one. There's still one more boss stage to do, of course. And looking at my timer, I think I am going to do that in this episode as well. Because it's not going to be long enough to make a separate episode, I think. That one's going to be 10 minutes tops, if I do so. I think we are going to continue in this episode. As bonus content for you guys, you might say. We're going to continue on a bit longer in this episode, because I'm pretty sure I'm not able to make a cut here and still have another episode of decent length. Therefore saying, it is time to check out all of the remaining cutscenes as well. After collecting all 50 tokens in the game, we will receive a bonus movie. And this is basically our reward.
Jesse, let go of the plane!
What, are you crazy?
Just pretend it's the final episode of Woody's Roundup.
But it was canceled! We never saw if you made it!
Well, then let's find out together!
Ah! We did it!
Well, story-wise we are done, it looks like. Woody, Jesse, they've all been saved. However, we are playing a video game, of course. And therefore saying, the video game still needs to have its final boss. And that is going to be a very interesting one, just like I promised in Airport Infiltration. After clearing off the entire game, starting all the way back at Andy's house, we have made our way all the way to the end. Usually, it is traditional for a game to have a separate end boss, to make things as interesting as possible. And this game is going to do things a bit differently. Allow me to show you what will happen. Level 15 is called the Prospector Showdown, at least. And even though you might think we've already beaten the Prospector, well, we're going to have to beat him again. Only this time things are going to work out in a different way. Time for the final battle.
Howdy, Space Ranger!
Here's Woody and Jesse. However, they're not going to be here for long. Here is the Prospector again. However, he actually brings along the other two bosses from the last two stages with him. And that is going to be the final boss for this game. The last three bosses from the three stages that we did, but all three of them at the same time. Yeah, that is actually a lot more difficult than doing them separately. Very fun little touch. That the game actually finishes off like this. The fact that the plane actually also moves around is not making it easy. Makes the perspective of the camera actually quite tricky to work with, if I need to be honest. Usually my strategy is to try to stay as far away from these guys as possible. And from a distance actually take out the first one. Which is usually the gunslinger. That's actually the one that we can hit with our laser. That's the one we're going to want to aim for at a distance. And make sure the Prospector and the Blacksmith attack are not able to reach us. Although, by the looks of it, I am pretty sure I'm going to die in a minute. luckily you don't actually have to restart the stage until you game over fully. Oh, here goes the first one. That was the gunslinger. I'd like to take out the blacksmith first, actually. At least if he does not kill me. Next, I want to focus on the blacksmith. He's the most annoying attack, so I want to take him out next. The blacksmith and the prospector we need to go into in order to spin attack, of course. It's a good bet to take out the gunslinger first. This way there's a lot less attacks actually focusing on us. If I can get rid of you, then the rest should be relatively easy. The stupid homing attack of his is the most annoying thing to deal with, of course. Oh, come on. I can accept dying once to this guy, but I don't want to accept dying twice. I'd like to prove that I'm at least able to get these guys without dying twice. Ah, come on, stupid attack. Yeah, never mind, doesn't work that way. I'm still not too sure, even after all of these years, what the best strategy is to actually take on this blacksmith. Really is the most annoying fight in the game. But now the prospector is alone at least, so the rest should be really easy. Now the fight is no different than the one that we did in Airport Infiltration. Just him alone. Really easy to avoid all of a sudden. I wonder why. And the final hit. Ladies and gentlemen, Toy Story 2. With one more spin against this stupid prospector. And it is going to be over. This was the entire game. Boss defeated. And in this case, the final boss defeated. This was the end of Toy Story 2. Now, of course, we still have to deal with a couple of ending cutscenes. And of course, the end credits themselves. Closing of the project is going to happen after that, of course. But at least we have the certainty that we have completed yet another game on this channel. We're still not going to save the game because I'm still not going to be sure if this recording is going to succeed. Can never be too careful. Let's go watch the final bonus movie of the game at least.
Well, Stinky Pete, I think it's time you learned the true meaning of playtime. Right over there, guys! No! No! No!
Oh, rather unfortunate that the game does not show off where they actually bring Stinky Pete, but trust me, it's not going to be a place he likes. At least he has been beaten, and that's the most important thing. And we got the ultimate screen that any game should actually have. A game that says game won. We have won the game. That's the best way to put it. But anyway, after that bonus cutscene, it is time to watch the actual final cutscene of the game.
Oh, Bullseye! We're part of a family again!
Ma'am, well, I just want to say you're a bright young woman with a beautiful yarn full of hair. A hair full of yarn. It's, I must go.
Well, aren't you the sweetest space toy I ever met?
What's that? Bark, bark. This fella says he needs to go out back for a little private time.
That critter needs help!
Well, time for the credits. See you guys after them. And that was the end of Toy Story 2, fully. Even including the credits and all of the extra bonus cutscenes. There's nothing more for me to show off. This has been another project. Another Disney game from this generation. And it is indeed, yet again, not the final one. I still have one more. Like I explained earlier, whenever playing other Disney projects or Disney Pixar projects, I don't have every single game that actually came out in these days. There are quite a lot actually, if I need to be honest, but I still have one more. And that one I do have on the PlayStation. And that is going to be my next Disney project, and also immediately the final one from this generation. But there's indeed one more coming up. When it comes to other Toy Story games, like I explained earlier, I don't have any games that are based on the first Toy Story movie. I might check out on that later, but I currently don't, so... If there is going to be another Toy Story game on this channel, it might actually be a game that is based on Toy Story 3, but it might also not be, so... I cannot promise you too much when it comes to that. It is at least going to be very far away in the future if I am to get the Toy Story 3 game, which I actually also currently do not own yet. But in between now and the time that the Wii games actually are a thing, I might actually still have it at that point. So I can't make any promises on that quite yet. But other than that, I think it's time for truly closing. This has been Toy Story 2. A pretty simplistic game, if I need to be honest. But also still pretty fun to play. I can definitely appreciate the nostalgia that is in this game, which I recognize from my youth. It has been fun playing, at least. I will see you guys in the next project, which is obviously not going to be Disney. But it is going to be Activision again. That much I can already promise you. Toy Story 2 was, of course, co-produced by Activision. But there's plenty other Activision games that I also own. It is time I actually get started with another new series on this channel. Made by Activision. That is all I can actually give away for now. When it comes to Disney or projects on the first PlayStation, we are going to have to wait a bit longer. See you folks in the next new project. And thank you for watching Toy Story 2, Buzz Lightyear to the rescue. Treecks out. See you folks next time.